Pretoria's top diplomat has defended South Africa's position on the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Minister Naledi Pandor says one of their concerns is the seeming lack of balanced evidence in the United Nations today. She adds that dialogue, mediation and diplomacy are key to the conflict in Ukraine.
There appears to be a lack of balance evident in the manner in which the United Nations is being utilized today. We believe there needs to be a consistency in the approach of the international community to all countries that violate international law. When Israel launched sustained offensive military operations against the Gaza Strip, killing hundreds, flattening homes, burying civilians under the rubble, and devastating the well-known dilapidated infrastructure in such a small and densely populated area, the world failed to respond in the same way that it is now responding on Ukraine.
At the recent UN General Assembly vote to suspend Russia from the UN Human Rights Council, South Africa abstained, and the minister indicated that they had valid reasons not to vote in favor of the resolution.
I'm worried, and I indicated this to the various foreign ministers who've called me to ask us to vote in support. I'm worried that if we place Russia outside of institutions of global governance, we're almost giving a license to say, do what you will. We've now given up. There's nothing more. So our reflection on what is proposed is to what degree is it positive in advancing the cause for peace.
As Russia has been slapped with a raft of sanctions by the West, and this has affected livelihoods in Moscow.
Immediately after 24th February, when the sanctions kicked in, the whole diplomatic missions got affected. Because remember, the transfer of our funds, mission funds, are through SWIFT, right? That's number one. But also number two, in Russia itself, the majority of the missions, right, they were affected by SWIFT, because all of a sudden now we couldn't get our funds transferred electronically.
Meanwhile, South Africa has stressed that it stands ready to support mediation and the peace process in Ukraine, but it also calls for cessation of hostilities. Khumalo, SABC News, Pretoria.